Hello 30 Rockers, and welcome back to 30 Rock. Today is day 129, and it has been a busy day filled with delicious raw foods and a lot of work and just getting a lot of things done. We had an interesting moment earlier today. I was stopped at the gas station to get some gas, and I went inside to pay, and after I paid and I was walking away, there was a gentleman who had been behind me, and I didn't notice him, and the cashier, I overhear her ask him, any fuel or just chocolate and coffee today? To which he responded, just chocolate and coffee. And I kind of spun around and took a quick look, and older gentleman, very heavy set. And, you know, at that point I just wanted to go and reach out to him in some way. You know, I may come here and share, but during the day I pretty much go about my own business. So unless somebody approaches me, I'm not going and saying, hey, have I got something for you, buddy? But it was interesting to hear the question because, you know, for a brief second I lost track of the fact that I was at a gas station. And so when I heard fuel today or just chocolate and coffee, I was just thinking food completely and totally, and thought about how many times that's you know, that would have been a great question to ask on my old diet. Am I having fuel today or just chocolate and whatever? You know, not coffee for me, but, you know, food today or just chocolate and pizza, or whatever the case may be. And so it was interesting to hear that a little bit out of context. And, you know, I think so many times when you're involved in any part about, you know, changing yourself or your journey, you tend to hear conversations around you that pertain to it, whether or not they actually do. So we've hit a couple of milestones. Day 39 has had over 500 viewers to it, and I credit you guys with a lot of that. Thank you for sharing that with people. I still share it with people if they say, hey, what are you up to? I say, go watch day 39. That's a great starting point, 39 days into my journey, to see just the difference in the blood tests between having you know, a completely standard American diet, going to 100% completely raw for 30 days, to see the difference that it made for me was absolutely incredible. And there's so many other people that it's made that same difference for. And so I still continually tell people about day 39. I know you guys do as well, and I appreciate that because, you know, my journey for me, so much of it is I want to be able to just share the daily victories, as we've been talking about lately, and the struggles and just everything, because it is so important. I think, I mean, there's nothing bigger that any of us can have out there than our health. And so to be able to come and talk about it every day, and to have, you know, that evidence on day 39, and as we look forward to another blood test sometime in the future, to be able to tag onto that as well, and show that by sticking with it and continuing, even though I've certainly had blips along the way in my journey, that more and more good things are going to happen. So the other thing I want to talk about is I've been shooting pictures of food over here so far, and there's one picture that I wanted to bring up and show you up here, and that is of this just amazing pad thai that I had today. Now, I'm not trying to push it. It's from Pure Market Express, but I'm not saying you should go out and get it. What was amazing, you should though, what was amazing is when I opened this up, the smells coming off of this thing, it was just wild and exotic and just fresh. And I mean, I had medium energy when I opened it, and before I opened it and after I opened it, it was at like medium high, just from the smells of freshness. And you know, part of that is, you know, we're in May. It's later in the season. It was just fantastic. And this isn't a dish that I eat a lot of, but I tell you what, just the wild, fresh smell coming off was invigorating, and so I wanted to share that with you. And then what was even more interesting is after I put on the pad thai sauce, all of a sudden it went from this wild, fresh kind of Grizzly Adams type of smell. All of a sudden, you know, I could hear violins in the background because it became a very delicate and elegant dish, which I enjoyed quite a bit. So I talked about a contest coming up. And if I already did that earlier, I'm sorry, I'm going to tell you again. There will be a contest coming up. It is going to be for a signature sampler, and originally I was going to announce that tonight, and then I thought, you know what, it's a big contest. It's for a signature sampler. We've got this big date coming out there at 150 days, and so that'll be the day you can that I'll announce the winner. But I'm going to wait till we get a little bit closer to announce the contest, because I know some of you are like me and you procrastinate a little bit and then you miss the date altogether. So I'll kind of compress that time frame, but it's going to be for a signature sampler, and we're going to be talking about victories in your life. So and again, I just appreciate all your support and all your great comments. And I'm going to tell you, if you're anywhere near Texas, stay away from Necrowitch. She doesn't eat meat, but apparently she eats human flesh. So, which I thought was very funny, by the way. So if you ever need anybody to tell you to stop, you know to look her up. Anyway, until tomorrow, keep making great choices out there, and rock on.